Hi, my name is Andrew Pardun. I'm an attorney at Battaglia, Ross, Dicus, and McQuaid in St. Petersburg, Florida. I practice primarily in the areas of business and real estate law. Today I'm going to be speaking with you about some common questions that I run across in my real estate practice. In the state of Florida, there's no requirement that you have a lawyer involved in your real estate transaction, but it's certainly a good idea. For most people, purchasing real estate or selling real estate is one of the biggest high-ticket dollar items that they will ever do in their entire life. So it makes sense to spend a little bit of money and hire a lawyer and have them look over the deal. They're experienced in several different areas that are very beneficial to them. The most cost-effective way to hire a lawyer, though, is to hire them to handle the entire closing. Real estate attorneys are trained in drafting contracts and also reviewing them, so they know what to put in there to make sure that the client is most protected. The standard Florida real estate contract, almost every single portion of it has been litigated at some point or another. I can probably tell you 20 different areas of that contract that have been in dispute that I've personally seen. So when I'm handling a deal and I'm drafting the contract, I know what to look out for. I know the right questions to ask to make sure that the client's protected. Most of the time when I'm meeting with a client, they're already in the contract, and at that point they're coming to me because they either want to enforce the deal or get out of the deal. And the language of the contract is not always in their favor. Whereas if they would have had me involved in the drafting of their contract, they would have been able to do what they needed to do. The earlier the better. When I typically get involved is after the property's already under contract, and they send over the contract. I take a look at it, and a lot of times the contract is not correct. We have to go back and try to renegotiate and fix the contract. So I say the sooner the better. I like to be involved at the due diligence stage before we even have a contract. When you're thinking about purchasing real estate, there's several things that we can order. We can take a look at if there are any liens on the property. We can take a look at chain of title, if there's any encumbrances, to make sure that the property is free and clear. Then we can move forward with the contract, and we'll know a little bit about the property, so we'll know if there's anything specific that we need to draft into the contract. I think most people don't know that. They think they want to lock up a property and put it under contract right away. Then they send over the deal, and that's when I get involved. And a lot of times it would be wise and to their benefit if they involve me at an earlier stage. In the state of Florida, they don't have to be closed by an attorney. They can be closed by title companies. In my opinion, it's very wise to have an attorney involved in the closing. The reason being is there's not much of a cost difference between a title agent and a real estate attorney when it comes to closing your deal. If there's any difference, it's usually a matter of $100 or maybe $200. The difference is you're having a real estate attorney look over all of the closing documents. You're having a real estate attorney look at the chain of title. This attorney, such as myself, has likely been involved in disputes in all these areas, and so we know how to handle them. If there are any problems in the chain of title, if there are any encumbrances on the property, liens, mortgages, revolving lines of credit, improper legal descriptions, we know the right things to do to go back and fix those so that you're getting clear title to your home. It's always a good idea to have a real estate attorney involved in your real estate transaction, whether it's residential or commercial. If you are buying or selling real estate, whether it's commercial or residential property, vacant land, you can feel free to give me a call. It's always initial consultation is always free. We'll get on the phone and discuss your particular situation and see what areas I may be able to assist you in.